psychoanalyze. That's a very big thing. Did you see that? I don't like...
This would be a stunning audition if you wanted to go in for a horror movie. The shock.
We're safe now. We're safe now. Anyways.
The Outerbanks season 3 is finally on the horizon, coming out on the 23rd of February. Ding ding. Put that in your diaries, honeys. But the new season picks up after the dramatic, and when we say dramatic, I don't think I quite watched a more dramatic season finale as Outerbanks, where you basically find out your dad was alive all along, you get kidnapped by said dad, found out he killed your boyfriend's dad, almost got strangled to death by your dad, and then your boyfriend almost kills your dad. How much can one girl take, babe?
That is one resilient mother.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been through hell and back, all in the matter of like, it really, like, the show only really takes over, it doesn't take place over a very long period of time. It's actually, I think when you add it all up, it's actually a very short amount of time. So Sarah's got some unpacking to do, you know. And I think about Sarah and I'm like, of course this is an adventure of a lifetime, but me personally, if dating someone costs this much trauma, I'm out.
Babes, I'm right there with you. If someone came to me with this much drama, I'd be like, honestly, I haven't got the time in the day. Bye, bitch. Get in the bin. I haven't got the time.
I don't have the time, nor the money, nor the patience to deal with this. You know, like, I'm a person who likes to be clean. I like to have my, like, skincare routine. I like to put on some makeup, you know, whatever I feel like it. And so they're always so dirty. They always look like they smell really bad. And their breath must reek.
Oh, get them some Listerine, babes.
Get them some Listerine, please. I'm bored. Let's drink mouthwash. Okay, it is helpful, actually, like, practically speaking, during the making of Outerbanks. We always inevitably end up dirty. Like, we go into the fitting, and I see a really cute outfit, and then, you know, the immediate afterthought is, how many episodes till this is just filthy? Practically speaking, it is helpful, because on some days, you know, some days you forget to shave your legs or your armpits or, you know, whatever, and it's realistic. So there's a plus.
There is a plus, but I mean, basically, so Sarah needs a really good bath, and her therapist probably needs a raise, and probably so do you at the end of filming that.
I think her therapist and my therapist both. Like, usually at the end of the season, I'm like hobbling away after they've, like, picture wrapped me. Like, my therapist will be hearing about this, because it's just, like I said. But no, all jokes. They're always really, really fun and very physically and emotionally taxing seasons. But we always walk away very, very proud. And I walked away. I know everybody walked away from this one feeling very proud as well.
Babes, I'm going to have to ask this. Outerbanks season 3, with that shopping list of issues that Sarah's got, what can we expect? Serve me that tea. Tease us with those teasers. I've got my knife, I've got my fork. Serve it to me on a plate. What can we expect, babes?
We are serving up a refill of piping hot daddy issues. And...
fresh off the menu, daddy issues.
Fresh off the press, daddy issues. You could have it cold, but we're serving it hot. We are also serving up a charcuterie board of adventure and some more adrenaline. And personally, I unlocked a new fear this season, and I can't say I've talked about this, like, tiny bit, but I unlocked a new fear. We in the season, our writers were all gas, no brakes, and they just sent it. Like, if you wanted a visual for how it felt when we were shooting the past couple of episodes, it was it was like, you know, um uh a supercharged lawnmower with the Poglandia flag, with the chicken and the bra, a joint in mouth, and Motley Crue blasting. That was us.
That is a vision. If you were ever going to describe a TV show, get that on the poster. I'm watching it.
I think I get maybe like sued from Mad Max because I feel like they'd be too similar. We really we hit it hard this season, and it's so funny because every year, I always think like, oh, we can't, there's no way we can top this kind of adventure and this action. Like at this, it's so crazy, like the things that we do. And we always, put 1000% into them, and then cut to the end of the season for 3. And I was like, wow, I don't know how we did it, but we did it. It looks beautiful. You truly can't hide it. We shot in Barbados twice, this past season. So, and we also, the usual, we have our love interests, we have our love drama within said, relationships and friendships. And, you have these teenagers who are navigating, again, such crazy situations, but also still like craving, these normal friendships and the love they have for each other, and, and chosen family versus, who you're born into, all of the above.
I mean, babe, as teasers go, that was a tasty teaser. That's basically your whole daily calorie intake. Let's cut to you being on the Glass Onion set with just like the A to Z of Hollywood people. We're talking like Daniel Craig, Kate Hudson, who was on the podcast recently. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. And then the fact that you just literally got to casually go on holiday to Greece with them and film at the same time. I mean, what was the peak moment?
I was terrified at first. Absolutely scared. Outerbanks is hard. It's not an easy. It's not an easy. It's a very emotionally taxing and physically taxing set. And I felt like, I felt as though it was a wonderful training ground, but I was so afraid that was just going to be on plain display next to these actors. And so once we got into it and I saw everybody was just so free, I was like, okay, free. Let's be free. be fucking free, talk like a human. It was the most dreamy situation ever, paired with probably one of the greatest periods of growth in a short amount of time.
Babes, you were basically filming Mamma Mia 3 behind the scenes.
I mean, I know.
We need to get you cast in that because I need to see you performing ABBA. I need you to see you be a dancing queen.
I would love that. At this point, Mamma Mia is or Mamma Mia and ABBA is just a personality trait. At this, it just. Yesterday I was driving around on a little golf cart and I was just blasting ABBA.
You're like, Mamma Mia, bitches, I'm coming through.
I was like, self-care, this is what it looks like.
Screaming at the top of your lungs to ABBA. That's basically my self-care, babe, so I'm right there with you.
Don't go if you change your mind.
I'm the first in line. Chicken chance on me. That's the best one because you can do the whole move at the same time. Babe, we basically have sung the ABBA soundtrack and I'm so here for it.
Greatest hits for sure.
The greatest hits. I mean, if Benny or Bjorn are listening to it right now, we need to be cast. I'll be your backing singer, your backing dancer. I'll let you do your starring role thing, babes, and I'll just be popping in the back.
Thank you. I'll take it. But I will say, I think I'm a great singer with auto-tune. Back to your original question, do you sing? There you go.